Hi, my name's Paul Nyman, and I've been recruiting both internally for large global businesses and more recently over the last 20 years running my own recruitment organisation, where I've interviewed in excess of 25,000 people and supported many through both outplacement and specific individual support as they're made redundant. I've supported those people move their careers forward following the acceptance of redundancy and identify what they need to do in order to be successful and achieve their life, career and family ambitions for the future. In this clip, I'm going to share with you some of that knowledge and some of that understanding and what you can do to be really successful at a time of redundancy to help you transition forward and make the best for you and your family for the future. I'm going to cover off three things. I'm going to talk a little bit about some of the theory behind this. I'm going to talk about some of the methodologies that you need to work through, and then thirdly, a planned structure for you to put in place. So first of all, let's just talk about some of the thinking behind it. Many of us will be familiar with the triangle of Maslow's hierarchy of needs, and that triangle that Maslow has is at the very base level. It's about warmth and heat, and at the very top, many individuals will talk about self-actualization. Self-actualization is achieving is your purpose of life. So Maslow would talk about self-actualization having, in a work context, it's the best brilliant job, it's having the greatest input, it's having everything just ticking along tickety-boo. But when we're made redundant, actually what happens, we may have been in a great job or an okay job, and that was self-actualization for some of us. But when we're made redundant, that's all taken away. And for many, the first thing that comes to light is, how do I pay the gas bill? The first thing that comes to light is, what does my family think of me? What do my friends think of me? The first thing that comes to light is, oh my God, how am I going to pay for the kids to go on holiday? How are we going to get that car? How am I going to keep the mortgage payments, etc.? Others will actually think in a bigger perspective, what's my purpose? What's my purpose in life? And so the key part of that, stepping on to point 2 here, is around time. And a big issue for many of you will be around time. But first of all, sit down with your family and your friends and the dog and talk around what you want to be and what you want to do in your career and how you want to be a part of that family or that friendship group network in order to achieve what you want to achieve. So it's about purpose and it's about how you want to achieve that. Ultimately, what redundancy can give you, it gives you the opportunity to say who you want to be with that purpose. Do you want to be a part-time dad? Do you want to be a stay-at-home mum? Do you want to be someone who works part-time and makes contributions and works part-time charity and corporate world? Do you have to be that managing director? Or actually, is the most important thing in the world for you your health, and getting fit and healthy and spending some time with your kids? Okay, what's your role now and in the future? Is your role now no longer the provider and the earner of the money, and that responsibility is paid off, the mortgage is paid by somebody else? And how do you want to be? Who do you want to be this person in the future? Do you want to be the managing director, or do you want to be seen as the individual that actually spent a huge amount of time with their family, spent time supporting charities, spent some time engaging in their local community and getting involved in a whole load of stuff, rather than sat on the road traveling around the country trying to win customers all the time? So answer the question, who do you want to be and what you want to be? That will give you an idea in terms of what you need financially to bring in, emotionally to support you and your family, and from a mental perspective, it gives you a position in life in terms of what your purpose is. Purpose is the most important number one thing. And from that, create a plan. I've spoken about the ABC plan in the past. Your C plan could just be about bringing money in. It's a job. It's a job that allows you to bring stuff in and do things. This is again created from your purpose. It may be that you need to do that really, really quickly to get out there and earn some money. But your B plan might give you a chance to mix and match a little bit of actually getting out there and earning some money, and secondarily to that, being involved in some other activities that you want to achieve. And your A game plan, that's totally focused upon who you want to be in the future. That A game plan is what you want to be long term and how you want to get into that position long term. The C plan could possibly be achieved in hours and days. The B plan may take weeks. The C plan may take years and could be involved in upskilling, new skills, or making a brand new you. And if it's making a brand new you, how exciting is that? Be clear about all the individuals who are going to be involved in that A plan. All the individuals who are going to support you and accept who you are in the B and the C plans. If they're on board with that, and those individuals are taking part in that discussion as well, it will make your transition forward as you progress through creating your plan far easier. From a practical perspective, in terms of achieving that, again, I've covered some of this off in the larger video section around full redundancy. Think about how you use recruiters, the internet, and networking. Networking will give you a source of roles of people who really trust you. The internet will give you a massive source of opportunities, but recruiters, you need to use recruiters wisely and carefully. Recruiters operate in a way in which they align their skills and capabilities, and most importantly, the values of their business, to that of the value of their clients. So the recruiters that will help you will probably be the recruiters who you are most closely aligned to from a behavioural point of view. Your plan should be about spending time with valued recruiters that you have an associated interaction with and who value and appreciate you, because their clients are the ones who will probably be most closely aligned to your values. If you're searching on the internet as part of your plan, be aware there will be a lot of rejection. Apply for roles which are closely linked if you want to do something similar to what you've done in the past, closely linked to what you want to do. This features back to purpose. Do you want to do something the same and continue that career trajectory, or do you want to do something different? Because if you're wanting to do something different, actually what you then need to do is to think about the network of personal network and how you can gain introductions, because those individuals who already know you will sponsor you to go and do something different in a different environment, because it's about your personal capabilities and the recommendation of your values to their new environment. If you're transitioning from, say, being a production manager to being a psychologist, you're going to need to network with a number of individuals that are going to transition you along the way. Applying for a psychologist's role when you've spent 15 years as a production manager online will only result in rejection. That can be even more demoralizing than being made redundant. So be really clear about what you want to achieve in the course of your planning and the timescale you have. The one thing which will impact upon your plan is time and financial ability to pay the mortgage, to pay the bills, and to keep everybody happy in your own family and wider friends network. So have the plan around the A, B, C. C is money now, B is bringing something in and keeping you busy, and A is ultimately what you want to achieve. So I come back full circle. Think about your purpose. Consider where you are on the Maslow's hierarchy of needs. Do you need to pay the money, or are you going to self-actualize in the future? And that will impact upon plan A, B, and C, and how quickly you achieve that. I trust this has been helpful. Do watch this in conjunction with some of the other pieces that I posted recently, specifically around the J curve and talking around those pieces. I'll be creating a series of other clips and videos that we're going to put up here around supporting you in the interview process. So subscribe, like, and check it out, and share those with others who can help them and be supported equally. If you have any questions, it's always great to hear from you. Direct message me, and I look forward to catching up with you at some point in the near future. Take care.